Welcome to Cooking a la LaLa episode 6. So much has happened since episode 5. I cut my own hair. I did the sides. Tom did the back. Don't I look cute? I'm very excited about this episode. We start in the garden. We're going to pick some turnips. We're going to go to my favorite butcher shop. We're going to make turnip greens, mac and cheese, cornbread, and some smoked wings. It's going to be fantastic and a fabulous mystery guest taster. Enjoy the show. It's time to pick some turnips. First of all, these things have gotten so big. These are still a reasonable size, but look, you don't even, they just burst out of the ground. You really don't even have to pull them. I'm going to go ahead and pick the whole row. Oh my goodness, come down here and look at this one. Nice pair. All right, we're going to have some turnip greens tonight, honey. We're going to get us a piece of fat back. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We probably are going to make some turnip greens tonight, but what I'm also going to do is I'm going to pickle some of these things. I don't think anybody is going to want this many. We can give them away. But look, here's another one. That's insane. 20 pounds. Not bad. Eat good meat. We have all of these turnip greens, and we need some good fatty pork to cook them in. We're here at the Spotted Trotter on Moreland Avenue, and this is where I get lardons. Here we are inside the Spotted Trotter on Moreland Avenue. This is all of their wonderful meat and charcuterie that they make in-house, and we are getting our lardons. They have beautiful sausages, andouille, they have steak, they have pork. It's a wonderful place to get the ingredients that you need for your turnip greens. Today we are going to start out with turnip greens. We used some turnip greens a couple of episodes back with the kale, and we served it with the beef short ribs. Today we're going to do it old school, not just a saute. We're going to cook these things. We cleared out the turnip row at the garden, and we've just got so many greens, and these will cook down and cook down. So we're going to use a lot of these. We're going to use some of the turnip root, cut these into little pieces, throw that into the pot. And we've got this lovely pork belly. I mean, it's not the only thing. You can also get a ham hock and throw it in. And if you're a vegetarian, you can just use some smoked paprika if you want that taste. So we've got this pot here. Probably could have used a bigger pot, but hey, we live and we learn, don't we? And we're going to let this heat up, let some of the fat render, and then we're going to start adding our flavors, our layers of flavors, some onion, garlic, chili. We'll get that all going before we add in the queen, the green. If you could smell this, you would be dying. Oh, these are so good. All right, I've got about a whole large onion. This is a badeo that my neighbor brought over. I'm gonna get that in there and let this onion get some color. Gosh, that's amazing. I should have used a bigger pan. I'm just telling you right now. And now we're going to come over here and chop up some of this garlic. I like to put the garlic in after the onion, so the onion gets a chance to start getting some color. And then we'll put this in here. And these greens are going to cook. They're going to cook a long time. And this, like I said, this is old school. You don't have to use fancy pork belly lardons, but I tell you, old ham hock, smoked ham hock is really great. I've had actually a harder time finding those since the pandemic. But let's get this garlic in here. And I'm going to throw in, these are some peppers that we grew in our garden, and I dehydrated them. I'm going to put those in there. That could be the kiss of death. We'll sure see. And then I have about 5 cups. No, that's probably like 7 cups. This is just a start. We're going to let this cook down when we put this in, and we might even chop up some more and put those in the pot. But you can tell we're starting with a great base of delicious flavors here for our old school turnip greens. All right, we're adding our chopped greens, and I just gave these a rough chop. And so I've already filled up the pan here. I've got some of our wonderful chicken stock. And this is that thick, gelatinous practically stock. And I'm going to give this a little bit of salt. And what we're going to do is we're going to cook these down to make some more room in the pot. You can see there's already some room. So I'm going to keep adding these. And I'm going to cover it so these things kind of steam and cook, and I'll add some more of the chicken stock. And then I'm going to chop up one of the turnip roots and throw that in. So we'll have some different texture and different color, the little beautiful white creamy pieces of turnip in there will be delicious. So we're going to let this cook down. All right, you can see how much these greens that were up to here when we started have cooked down. So we're going to add some more. You know, you want your pot to be full in life. You want to fill it up to the very tippy top, even if it bankrupts you. And I'm going to add a little bit more of this yummy chicken stock. And you can see here, I've chopped up some of the turnip root. And I'm going to add that later because I don't want it to turn to mush while these greens cook. But I wanted you to see how beautiful that is. And we'll let this cook some more, and we're going to start on our cornbread. What could possibly be wrong with this picture? Come on, you know me well enough to know. The jelly jar lies empty and alone. Let's take a trip to the refrigerator. Ooh, Maso Canale. Vino Italiano. Nah. You know, you never know when the grocery stores are going to run dry. All right, cheers. We're going to make cornbread. I have a cup of cornmeal, yellow cornmeal, and a cup of flour, all-purpose. A half a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of baking powder. Make sure they're fresh. Okay, so we've got that mixed together. We have a half a cup of butter here, melted and cooled. 2 tablespoons of honey. Here's an egg. Put that in the compost. We're going to stir this together, and then we're going to add, look, I can do 2 things at once. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? That's what I went to school for. That's not true. All right, a cup of buttermilk. I'm using this recipe because it calls for buttermilk, and I am the ambassador of buttermilk. And I'm going to throw in about a 1/4 cup of pickled jalapenos because I like it like that. I'm going to switch to a different whisk, but we're going to add these 2 together, the wet into the dry. We're going to mix it together and then pour it into a prepared baking vessel, a little square 8x8 or 9x9 square inch pan. And then we're going to put it in the oven, and we'll have something to sop up our pot liquor with. The wet ingredients have married the dry ingredients. They're off to a good start. I added some pickled jalapenos, and I didn't tell you earlier, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'm putting it into this prepared pan. I have heated this pan up in the oven with some, you can use vegetable oil or butter. I used schmaltz because I had some. It made a little bit of a mess, I'm telling you. But we're just going to get this in here. And I don't claim to be a baker, people. I just figured, you know, you got to have some cornbread with your greens. Let's get this spread around in here. But I think this is going to be delicious. My hands are clean, I promise, y'all. All right, and I'm going to put it in a 400-degree oven for about half an hour. Don't judge me by my dirty oven. All right, there you have it. Cheers. On to the pièce de la résistance, Slutty Mac and Cheese. S-M-A-C. Smack. Snap to the smack. The reason it is Slutty Mac and Cheese is because it creates a problem with your impulse control. There's nothing really in here yet but butter. And you just want more. Kind of makes you want to misbehave, this slutty mac and cheese. You want to eat the whole pan. Oops, that's the wrong tool. I want to use this. So we've started with a couple of tablespoons of butter and about a quarter cup of flour. So we're making a little roux. This is kind of how we started with our chicken and dumplings recipe. And so we're going to create this little roux here over medium heat. I have already prepared our tube pasta. What we're going to do is add a cup of heavy cream and 2 cups of whole milk. Don't be playing any tricks on me, people. We don't need any of this non-fat 2%, 1%. So we're going to add this beautiful heavy cream and whole milk. I mean, I guess you could do it the other way. I don't think it's going to be as good. Who knows, a branch might fall on your head tomorrow. You want to know that you ate every drop and you did it with vigor. Okay, so we're going to let this thicken up. The milk and the cream is going to thicken up because of that roux. And then we're going to add an obscene amount of cheddar cheese, sharp, not low fat, because fat is where it's at. We're ready to add the cheese. Our milk and cream has thickened. Woo, boy. You can do this on a box grater, or you can do it in your Cuisinart. I got the Cuisinart out. I just wanted one more thing to clean up. Something that has 4 pieces to clean. All right, so we're going to let that melt, and we are going to butter our vessel. Something you might not know, if you ever have the end of a stick of butter, like that's not a full tablespoon. I'm not going to throw it away, but it's not the right amount. Save it, and always save these, the little butter wrappers, unless they're made of foil, because then they might make your microwave explode. But just save those little ends of butter, or the little pieces that stick to, and then just fold this up and use it the next time you need to butter a baking dish. Okay, so this has melted. I'm going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper, more than a pinch, yet even more than a pinch. I do this so when people come over and it's too hot for them to eat, there'll be more for me to enjoy when my guests leave. That's pretty good. Cameraman thought it was hilarious. I'm sorry, the cinematographer. This is nutmeg. I don't know why. It just seems like a good idea. I think the nutmeg is a good idea because it's a warm spice and there's all this richness, and we're going to add some blue cheese. But with the cayenne, the nutmeg, the fresh nutmeg, I have to use fresh, just kind of balances out that heat a little bit. All right, in goes the blue. We're going to let that melt, and then we're practically done. We're going to let this continue to melt and thicken, and then we're going to mush it all together with our cooked pasta, put it in the pan, top it with some extra blue cheese, and we're on our way to the sluttiest night of the year. Am I shiny? This is hard work, people. preparing a meal for an army of carnivores, vegetarians alike. Huh. It's time to take something out. Let's see, what is this? Oh, it's the cornbread. Well, might as well do this. Let's keep it. Ooh, goodness, this is gorgeous. How about that? That's cornbread. Okay, as I was saying, the Slutty Mac and Cheese. Thank you, Liz Stinson. All right, I'm adding the tube-shaped pasta. Tube-shaped because this is a really wet sauce. As you can see, there's all that milk and heavy cream. And it's wet. So if you use like a noodle that doesn't have a hole in it, all that good blue cheesy goodness doesn't have any place to go. So if you get a tube-shaped pasta, this lovely blue cheese sauce will fill up all the holes, and it's just going to be, I mean, the thing about this is the sauce. The noodle, the sauce, yeah, baby. All right, so we're going to put it into our prepared, woo! Normally this is a two-man job, but my man is holding the iPhone 10 with a mic attachment now. All right, so this is so delicious. And we're going to put this into a 350 oven for about half an hour, 30 minutes. We're going to top this with a little bit more blue cheese. And I had some extra, that needs to get spread around a little more, white cheddar. That, I don't know why I didn't put it into the sauce. It was more than 3 cups. For once in my life, I was being exact about something. But we're going to put it into a 350-degree oven. And when we take it out, we're going to top them with some fresh Hugo Chavez. And as you all know, that's chives. Everybody loves chicken wings. Ooh, yeah, spicy. We have these in the freezer, just hogging up space, and we have marinated them, or actually rubbed them with salt, pepper, smoked paprika, both sweet and hot. And we're going to put them on the grill and cook them, grill them, and then we're going to brush them with some butter and hot sauce. Now these are going to go on the big green egg that Tom has gotten to the most perfect. Look at that fire. This is a man who knows how to grill. So yeah, we're gonna probably do these about, what do you think, 8 minutes on each side?
Yep, 15 at 300.
Okay, 15 at 300 on each side. So it's gonna be delicious. It's time to baste. This is butter and hot sauce with a little chipotle smoked hot sauce. And look, Roscoe's here. Would you like to have some? Look, he is into it. All right, we're gonna baste our chicken wings that have been on the grill for about, ooh, look at them wings. We're gonna baste these with this hot sauce and butter. Listen to that sizzle. Look at that fire, those embers. So we're gonna baste these, and we're gonna turn them over, and we're gonna baste the other side, and then we're just gonna have a free-for-all. Whew. I am about to be engulfed in smoke. Woo! It's good for your hair, ladies. Makes it very shiny. And all the raccoons in the neighborhood will come try to eat your hair. We've got raccoons here, I'm not kidding you. I'm taking these off, and then we're gonna toss them with the rest of this butter and hot sauce mixture. Look at that fire. It's just so beautiful. As is my hair. Woo! All right, looky here. I just said that. I said looky. Drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. All right, these are our smoked wings. They're going to be really wet and messy, and that's how you need to live your life. Cheers. Oh my God, there's just a swallow left. I'm not talking about the bird. All right, I'm gonna pull out the fantastic Slutty Mac and Cheese. Oh, good. And we're gonna top it with Hugo Chavez. This is the crowning jewel of, I think, everything that we cook in this kitchen is chives. You have to have chives. We have our beautiful, long cooked turnip greens and turnip root from the garden with that wonderful cured pork belly lardon from the Spotted Trotter. We have our beautiful cornbread. This is a meal. This is how we eat in the South. Our mystery guest taster is here. He must have snuck in the back door. Come on out. Oh, look. It's
Hi, everybody.
award-winning actor Glenn Rainey.
Let's eat.
It's time to remove the mystery dome.
Oh my gosh.
That's turnip greens.
Oh my
Old
gosh.
school slutty mac and cheese.
Slutty mac and cheese.
Your kind of mac and cheese.
Yes, honey, slutty.
Cornbread with a little bit of pickled jalapeno and some chicken wings from the grill.
Shut the front door.
Uh-huh.
Look at those chicken wings.
Oh, let me get
I
your
am
jelly
so
jar.
excited.
Did you want a jelly jar?
Excited. Well, hello, duh. Jelly jar.
There you go.
Social distancing.
Cheers.
Cheers. Mwah.
I love you. I miss
Mwah.
you.
I love you too.
Start eating.
Oh God, I'm so excited. I don't know where to start. I mean, I really don't know where to start.
Yeah. And do you want me to get you
I've
some
been
hot
watching
sauce?
the show.
Oh, you've been
and
watching this smash hit cooking show?
Yeah.
He knows what to do. He knows how to spend his time in quarantine. Yeah. You like the blue cheese?
I love that commercial where the girls on the commercial, you guys. I'm feeling some things.
Yeah, you're feeling it.
Oh my God. This
Good.
is so good.
And I got you a spoon.
Turnip
That might be.
greens.
Don't
Oh, I'm gonna-
burn your tongue now.
And I'm going to get the pot liquor. You know, we blow it down here in the South.
Yeah, yeah. This is the true Southern menu. I might have to keep doing a Southern menu.
Oh my God.
It is my milieu.
What kind of meat did you put in here?
It is
Like smoked turkey wings?
pork belly lardons, cured pork belly from Spotted Trotter.
Quit it.
Aren't they good?
Oh my God, you guys. I'm having all sorts of sensations right now.
And you grew up eating this kind of food, right?
Totally.
Southern boy.
I'm done. Anything in the teeth? You guys, I am in heaven right now. This was the most delicious meal.
You're too sweet.
Thank
You're
you so
too
much.
sweet.
No, I'm
Thank
too
you for coming
stuffed.
over.
It was so good.
Hey, before you go, I know you have to go. What was the show you did? It was a food show at the Horizon.
Food chain.
Food chain.
Yep.
It was a huge hit. It ran like back to back 2 seasons in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Who all was in the food chain?
The first production was Nita Hardy
Oh, Nita.
and Clint Von Cannon and Susie Grimley,
Susie Grimley.
Barry Mann.
Oh, what fun.
But it was a huge hit and a lot of fun.
And lots of
It was
Oreos
crazy.
or donuts or
A lot
something?
of eating, yes.
Lots of eating.
Lots of eating. So
That's what we're here for.
I have experience with eating, as you can tell.
Well, to many more shows.
Thank you.
Here, there, and everywhere.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers. Cheers. Thank you for watching Cooking a la LaLa. If this is the first time you've come to see the show, thank you so much. If you're interested in seeing previous episodes, go to horizontheater.com. The episodes and the recipes are all archived there. And come back next week. Who knows what we're going to be doing, but it'll be fresh, it'll be good, and it'll be fun.
For more information and to download all the recipes that you've seen on this episode of Cooking a la LaLa, please visit horizontheater.com.